It's alright, 'cause I'm safe by the bell. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I know I'm saved by the bell. That is Le'Veon Bell. Now, let's get right into it. I just had a little memory from my childhood there. I thought it was fitting. But let's get on and see how my picks went last week, shall we? Now, I think I had designated drunk drivers beating me last week. It was my last week without Le'Veon Bell. So I figured, I should lose all three of these games. Wrong. So I'm 2-1 right now. I'm 0-1 in these picks, but I'm 2-1 right now. So let's see how else I did. Maybe I can get a win with Belt Up Bitches and Bad to the Bone. I had Bad to the Bone winning this one, and you know what? I was correct. This man had the nerve to start Marcus Mariota and got him only 3.8 fucking points. Get the fuck out of here. Hope you benched that dude. Or better yet, you should probably drop that dude. So, with Shane Vereen going out in the game, I think Bad to the Bone has some running back issues he needs to address. But he got him 16.5 points going off before his injury. Good on you, Bad to the Bone. 2-1, fresh in the league. You're in the East with me. I figured you'd be at the bottom of the barrel. But you got DDD down there while you're with me at the cream of the crop. Good on you, Bad to the Bone, Jeffrey White. Now, moving on, I'm 1-1. Got my picks right here. Lazy Pugs versus does DMs lead to your girlie's bush? So, I had Lazy Pugs losing this one. And I feel bad. Because I thought Gurley's Bush was going to dominate. But when Cam Newton gives you 5.1 points, I think we're starting to see a trend here with old Cam. Is Cam, he's got his weapons. What is the deal? What's the deal? But, J.J. Watt's now on IR. Got you 2 tackles before he left. I'm sure that didn't matter. But 146 to 96 points. It's easy to beat your opponent when they score less than 100 points. Good on you, Lazy Pugs. I am currently 1-2 in my picks last week. Moving on to Bull City, and a storm is brewing. I had Bull City winning this matchup, and I was again incorrect. Bull City, the only team 0-3. 0-3, winless. When will Bull City get a win? No one knows. He's hoping he gets a win this week, but no one knows. A storm is brewing. Had Kelvin Benjamin score him a goose egg. But I guess if Tyler Lockett gets a goose egg, there's a chance that you still might win. So your wide receivers can't get you goose eggs. They got to at least get you a point. They got to catch the ball at least one fucking time. But, good on you for having Emmanuel Sanders blow the fuck up. Charles Sims, blow the fuck up. Good on you. A storm is brewing. Getting your first win ever in the Pride League. Good on you, kid. We got Chicago Chalupas next and Flawless Victory. I think I'm 1-3 right now. I had Flawless Victory winning this matchup in an upset. Unfortunately, I got upset because we have our only undefeated team left in the league. That is Chicago Chalupas. Aaron Rodgers tossing up 4 TDs. Deshaun Jackson, probably my sleeper wide receiver pick and a sneaky pick by Chicago Chalupas, getting him the round before I wanted to get him. All good, all good. Chicago Chalupas 3-0. We're moving on to Classy Strippers and Don't Touch Me There. So we got Classy Strippers. I had them losing this match because I thought Don't Touch Me There with his last week of D'Angelo Williams, should probably put up around, at least a 20 burger for D'Angelo Williams in his last effort. Jordan Cameron goes out. I just don't know what Don't Touch Me There is doing. His first week when he beat me, he looked like a monster. Now he kind of looks like, I don't know, Monsters Inc. in this bitch. You trying to get laughs out of people, nigga? Either way, I won one game this week. 1-5. That's horrible when it comes to picks. I can't believe it. I will try to do better this week. Where we want to go? The free agent auction, it got a little less clamored. People below $50 would include Bad to the Bone and Jeffrey White. It's unfair that he's new to the league and he has less than $50, but I guess you got to learn the hard way, especially when it comes to week 8 and on. I think I overbid for Trevor Siemian. I'll acknowledge that. Put $8. He was worth that to me because I know Gary Kubiak. I know his system is friendly to the quarterback. Trevor Siemian looks like a very young Aaron Rodgers. I like where that's going to go. Trevor Siemian is probably going to be my quarterback going into the playoffs, depending on whether or not he continues to show this poise. But some other overbidding, Orleans Darkwa. I think the nigga dropped him immediately after, so you spent $7 for nothing. Bull City grabbed Adam Humphries, which is a good play. That was about what I would have spent for him, except I don't need any more wideouts. The free agent was kind of numb, a little numb. So now let's go to the picks of this week, right? The whole 10 yards, Lazy Pugs. Very interesting matchup. I have myself winning this one. I can't not pick myself considering I was 2 games above what I expected to be in the beginning of the season. So I'm going to start Dak Prescott, Le'Veon Bell. Give me a little D-Hop and Demaryius Thomas. We're going to rock this shit. Lazy Pugs, who is he starting? He's got Drew Brees. His arm's ready to give out at any moment. That man is old as dirt. What, he's starting Steve Smith against Oakland? I don't even think that, Joe Flacco's going to get the ball off, let alone get it to Steve fucking Smith. Gronk? Is Gronk going to play more than 10 snaps? That's a good question. He's starting Jimmy Graham? Jimmy Graham and Drew Brees aren't on the same team anymore. That's how bad this gets. So, I got the whole 10 yards, winning that one in my Bell debut. Moving on to your girlies Bush and Classy Strippers. So, I picked girlies Bush in this. I mean, I'm trying to see whether or not if this dude is cursed. Since, 2 seasons ago, every time I pick him, he tends to lose the match. But I'm picking you, girlies Bush, because I think Cam Newton's going to come back and fire it up. I don't know why you got Des Bryant in. That nigga ain't going to do nothing. Classy Strippers, he's still got Randall Cobb in his lineup, but, in due time, that man will set his lineup. I'm not really too concerned with that. I think Allen Robinson's going to have a big day across the pond, and, Carson Palmer's going to light it up against L.A., show them what Arizona's all about. So, I don't know if Gurley's going to have a good day against that Arizona defense, but you don't not start Todd Gurley. Classy Strippers should lose this match, but I'm giving it to Gurley's Bush. We got Flawless Victory and Balled Up Bitches. Now, we're going to start Andrew Luck. He's across the pond against Jacksonville. I think this is a good matchup. I think Luck as long as he's not injured, as long as the man's healthy, is going to produce. I gave this one a flawless victory. I just like flawless victories players a little better than I like bolt up bitches. So I think Torrey Smith's going to have a good day. I think Odell Beckham's going to have a decent day. DeMarco Murray might have a decent running day. I actually think he might get a buck. So I'm going with flawless victory over bolt up bitches. A storm is brewing versus bad to the bone. We got our two newbies head to head this week. This is my game of the week. So Blake Bortles versus Eli Manning. Eli Manning on Monday night. We all know Eli likes the big stage. But will that be enough for me to vote for bad to the bone? Hell no. I hate some Eli Manning. Fuck that nigga. So I'm picking a storm is brewing. That dude is, I don't know. He got his first win last week. He's not part of that 0-3 ridicule that I had going on. I think Jordan Reed's going to have a pretty decent day against Cleveland. Cleveland has a moderate secondary, so they'll probably shut down the primary wide receiver, giving Jordan Reed some chances to roam free. I still don't like Alshon Jeffrey. It's such a question mark with Alshon. But Emmanuel Sanders is more than likely going to be a good play against Tampa Bay. So I got a storm is brewing winning his second game of the season. Bull City versus designated drunk drivers. Now this one is close to my heart. I want Bull City to win this matchup. You know, he's in the West. Designated drunk drivers in the East. I really want Bull City to pull this shit out. Unfortunately, I gave it to DDD. DDD suffered a pretty horrific loss to me without Le'Veon Bell. It's kind of embarrassing. So I think he's going to step it up. I think he's got Quincy Enunwa and Sterling Shepard in there. Those are those sneaky wide receivers with Brandon Cooks, who didn't perform as well as he'd like for him to trump me in the win last week. I think Russell Wilson, this is not his week to bounce back against the Jets. So I'm going with designated drunk drivers. Don't get me wrong, Bull City, I want you to win. I want you to get rid of that goose egg over there in the win column. I hope you get it this week. Now, Chicago Chalupas and Don't Touch Me There. This is my mini game of the week. The only reason why it's not my game of the week is because I think Don't Touch Me There is going to get horrifically slaughtered in this game. So Chicago Chalupas is by far, he had one of the best drafts. I mean, he came out the gate running. He's got Antonio Brown, Matt Ryan, not disappointing. We got Terrell Pryor in the flex. God knows if he's going to throw it, run it, catch it. Who cares? The man's putting up points. I just think he's going to dominate Don't Touch Me There. He might single-handedly outscore Don't Touch Me There's bench. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. It just came to me. It just flowed. So Chicago Chalupas to win the Brother Bowl against Don't Touch Me There. Well, those are my picks, gentlemen. Like it or love it. I really would like to introduce both of bitches came up with an idea saying that I should Skype in some of these guys so that I can, interview them or get their takes, maybe get their picks for the week, and maybe combat and see if they can beat me. God knows you can't beat me on the fantasy football gridiron. Maybe you can pick these picks better. I was 1-5 last week. Who knows? If you're interested in Skyping in with me, give me a heads up. Put you in on the video. That's it. That's all the time I got. I hope you boys, do something, because with Le'Veon Bell back, I feel saved by the fucking bell. I don't know. Hopefully my Texans come back. They had a horrible beatdown against the older brother Patriots, I would assume. So I don't know. Tennessee should be a more familiar matchup. I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout, but they do know those guys a little bit better than they do the Patriots. So that's it, fellas. Be prepared. I would be afraid if I were y'all My roster, both of the bitches also said my team looked like a hot mess. Had the nerve to put up a goddamn poll about it. Jake's team looks fucked up. Well, guess what? Jake's team is now starting to look a little bit more nasty. I'm only a quarterback away. And God knows I got 3 of them on my team right now because my running backs are stacked. My wide receivers are stacked. I got some decent tight end play. Oh, did I forget to mention I got the Cardinals D? Okay. Team's not looking so fucking weak now, is it? Both up bitches. Gotcha, bitch. Either way, know your place. 24/7. 365. All day. All night. You wanna go night-night, bitch? You wanna go night-night? Either way. Hope y'all have a decent day. Fantasy football. We got real football today. Good luck this week. Except to lazy pugs, obviously. Holla!